Chris Kreider. We expect 70 to 79 points, Nick?
Well, 33 years old, and he's still signed until I think he's 39, if I'm not mistaken. But a little bit of an interesting player in the sense that a little bit of volatility as well. So when I own him in Llama, so I should always put an asterisk when I own a player because, bias. But he consistently plays 81, 79, 82 games the last 3 seasons. His average time on ice is 18.25, 18.47, 18.43. So very consistent. The usage is the same. Always PP1 guy, and that's where his value really comes in. Last year, he had 29 points on the power play. He had 75 points last year, 54 only the year before. Kind of an off year for him. And then 77 the year before that. So I'm going to say that we have him in the right tier between 70 to 80 points. But where his value comes in is his goals. So if your fantasy league counts goals higher than points, total points, 39 goals last year, 36 goals the year before that, 52 that one time, right? I think that's where he is. The team hasn't changed enough around him for me to be worried about him hitting at least 30, 35 goals.
He's my regression candidate. I 77 points goes down to 54. 75 points last year could go down to the same thing. Once again, I look at age, 33 years old. People might say, oh, that's still young, but it's 33 years old. He's put up a lot of mileage on that body. So I think this is a regression year for Kreider. I might see him as still a 30 goal scorer, but I don't see him as a 36 assist guy or something like that. I see him going between 60 to 70 points. I would have him in the tier 4, in my opinion, just because his age. If that power play doesn't work, like let's say that power play doesn't work and doesn't do well, he's the one who suffers the most.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't go so far to say that because he's a natural goal scorer. I don't think he needs the power play to score. I mean, out of his 39 goals last year, 18 were on the power play.
Well, they're half.
Less than half.
Yeah, but if you look at his...
But he's still going to get at least... he's not going to get less than 10 power play goals. I don't think you're going to think he's going to regress that much.
No, but like if you look when he scored 52 goals, 26 goals were on the power play. And but year after that, he scored 36 goals and only 8 were on the power play. So...
Yeah, I mean, his shooting percentage stayed the same. Yeah, I think he's a tough player to gauge because he does fluctuate from one year to the other, except for his goal totals. Like, I think it's safe to assume he'll get 35 goals.
I said 30 goals. I see the 30 goals coming to him next year. I just don't see the high ratio assists going to him.
And look, until there's competition on the power play, I don't see him losing that spot anywhere.
Oh, we'll talk about a player who I think is going to be his competition.
And... look, last year he was on the line with Zibanejad and Wheeler, or Zibanejad and Kako. Like that third piece wasn't always very, very good.
Who's the third?
They didn't really add anyone this year. I don't see anyone.
Smith.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see.
He's like a two-way.
Well, yeah,
he's in the same boat as the other 2 guys you just named. I mean,
that's it. I think it's a tit for tat there, but. I don't think there's a player ready to make the jump from the minors like Gabe Perreault. I don't think is ready yet.
No,
so he's not top line minutes. Anyways, look, not to get too carried away here. Like Nick said, his value is his goals. So you're almost guaranteed 35 goals, and last year on top of that, 7 of them game winners. So and he plays shorthanded. So he's a bit more of that complete guy.
Where I'll tell you where a little bit his age came into play. I think this season. He had 30 less hits than last year.
Mm-hmm.
50 less hits or 42 less hits than the year before that. So I just feel that he's hitting less. He's concentrating more on the shooting, more on the goal scoring, and less of that physical presence, maybe, because of his age. We'll see.
Time will tell.